Hi, my name is Vic Pruett, and I'm in Ormond Beach, Florida, and I'm the preacher at the Holly Hill Church of Christ, which is working in the Daytona Beach area in Volusia County. We are, to give you context, a congregation of 230 people, growing church, mainstream, traditional Church of Christ, somewhat casual. It looks a little bit like the community, lots of flip-flops, motorcycles, fast cars, swimsuits, and what you see in our community, you see a lot of at church. Maybe not so much the swimsuits, but I have seen that. We typically have a lot of flip-flops. And so a little bit more casual, and our congregation is in a probably what you call a lower income area. We do have homeless people walking down the street. It's not unusual for them to walk into our church building, and quite a few on the beach area. Definitely a lot of people in need, and we meet them throughout the week because, well, they come asking for help, usually asking for money. We don't give out money, but we do give out a lot of food. We're benevolent in that way. And that's our context. I've been here for over 6 years. I've been doing ministry for 21 years full time, been married for 21 years, and I have 2 children. Abigail is 15, about to turn 16, and my son Jackson is about to turn 13. And they're going to be going with me and over 20 other people from the Holly Hill Church of Christ on a short-term mission trip to Honduras, which brings us to our question of what we're doing. Our question is, it's related to the mission trip, is for those who have signed up, why do our church members want to go on a short-term foreign mission trip? Think about it. It's a lot of work. For the adults that are going, we're talking about people giving up precious vacation time. We're not in a high-income area. We're low income. There's a lot of people here living on a kind of a permanent vacation because it's kind of a easygoing, chilled out type of place. There's not a lot of money, not a lot of industry here. So when people want to do a $1,600 per person mission trip, giving up 2 weeks of their life to do it, it's going to require sacrifice. They're going to have to give up a lot of Saturdays, teenagers and adults alike. Teens are going to have to do with less at Christmas, hoping to save money. The adults are going to give up working, and if they're not working, they're not making money. So a tremendous amount of sacrifice goes into doing what? But a mission trip. Again, we're not talking about going to vacation. We're not going to Disney World. We're not going on some vacation to Hawaii. We're going to Honduras. It's a third world country. The vehicles are cramped. It's hot. It's not easy. It's difficult, and it's a little scary. It's uncomfortable. The sleeping arrangements are uncomfortable, and people know this. We make sure they know this before they ever sign up. So why in the world would they want to go on a trip like this? Well, that's why we're asked the question, why do they want to go? The sacrifice is huge. And so we used a mechanical puzzle, and I say we, I had the help of my the trip coordinator for this mission trip, Karen Ibison, invaluable, has done an amazing job. And whenever we had meetings, I would make sure she asked questions that would help people try to answer some of my questions, because I worked as a participant observer, and also I used a survey that was more like a questionnaire, but it was able to give me the results I was needing, the answers that I was able to use and be able to kind of group common answers. And I did find common answers. In fact, I found 3 prevailing words, and they were everywhere throughout the survey, questionnaire, also even in the meetings, whenever I took notes, and when I even did kind of a follow-up interview with a few of our people, just trying to get some clarification. The 3 prevailing words were opportunity, helping, and need. And they really weren't in order. Those were just three big words. Number one, it was an opportunity. It was an opportunity they said it was too good to pass up. That's what we found in our research. The opportunity to go and build homes, the opportunity to go to a country that's so different than the United States, the opportunity to leave what they're used to be able to go and be with other Christians, to be able to grow spiritually, the opportunity to help people, all of that. This opportunity to experience something completely different was an opportunity too good to pass up. And that was something that I found in our research, and I was surprised. I didn't think of it that way. It's logical, but I didn't think of it until, well, we did the research. The second thing was need. People want to helping was the other word, but need was something that was such a big deal on this survey. We kept on finding that people wanted to help people in need. In other words, if they're going to help, they want to help find people who are worthy of their help. And that was kind of a prevailing answer as well. We want to help people that need it. We have a lot of resources. They don't. We want to use those resources to help them. Bring them medicine, work in the medical clinics, build homes, bring food, spend time with them, encourage them. We have so much, they have so little. So we want to help them because they need it. That was a prevailing thought. And it was a overwhelming thought as far as almost the entire group said they wanted to go somewhere where they were needed. And the third thing was helping. I want to help people. In fact, over and over people would say stuff like, I love helping people, or I like helping people. And that was one of the key words that was found. And in fact, whenever we did follow-up, whether it was in meetings or in the follow-up to the survey, people would even use scripture, and they would say, my relationship with God inspires me to want to help people. And so that was our findings. And to conclude, what are we going to do with this information? Well, one, we're going to evaluate our mission trip. So when we come back, we're going to do another survey. And this survey will help people, or help us understand if were they able to help people? Did they see this trip as an opportunity to help people who were in need? Was the need real? Were they able to use their resources to help people in need? Did they see it as worthy of their help or the opportunity to serve in this mission trip? So help, need, and opportunity. Did they see this as the opportunity they were wanting it to be? And so we're going to evaluate those things. And then maybe the final thing is, let's face it, we're in Daytona Beach. There's a lot of people in need, and there's probably a lot of people worthy of their need, and we have ministries in our church. Why aren't they serving in those ministries? We're going to ask those questions and evaluate. Well, if people are looking for opportunities to help people in need, then we need to make sure our ministries are communicating that. Do people see our ministries as helping people in need, or do they just see those ministries as something else? And so we're going to evaluate some of our ministries based on what people are looking for in this mission trip. I'm excited about that as well. Thank you so much, Dr. Bryce, for the opportunity to do this research project. I've learned a lot. I know I'm going to continue to learn a lot on how to do this, because I definitely want to do this again. There's a lot to evaluate in our church, and I think it's a lot of fun. And thank you so much. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.